welcome to Strange Paths, a podcast where we delve into choose your own adventure style stories. We are your hosts. I'm Paul.
I'm Stephanie.
I'm Megan, and we have a special ghost with us.
Ooh.
Hi, I'm Steven, making my debut.
Whoa.
Nice.
Wow.
That's quite a debut. At first I was like, what the fuck did you just say? And then I was like, oh wait, I get it. I'm hip.
Things don't translate when you're a ghost as well.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's just the ghost accent, really.
Yeah, it's like a Canadian accent.
Yeah. This week we are reading the second story that I've written. Ooh. So guys, get ready for 2 bugs, 1 thimble.
God, you were serious?
Oh, nice.
Okay, wait, pause right here.
I don't like the sounds of this.
I'm pretty proud of myself that I've never seen the video that this references.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm afraid.
I mean, I'm not afraid. I'm pretty sure I know what happens. It's not something I want to see.
It's a poop video.
It's poop stuff?
It's poop.
Yeah.
Poop play.
They don't just fit in a cup.
No.
Well, they do something that rhymes with fit in a cup.
Sit.
Close.
Clit.
You're further away now.
So when you were texting me this, I did not think that you were serious.
I'm not.
That was the name. Oh. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if I could write a whole adventure story on 2 bugs, 1 thimble. But maybe. I mean,
don't sell yourself short, man.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
You
I'll
gotta
try
do
it out.
Some pretty serious research.
It'd be difficult because, like, you get to the thimble and then you choose. There's only one to choose from.
Well, there are a lot of choices to be made about how you go about addressing the situation as
Plus
one of
what's
the
going
bugs.
into the cup.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
That's at least 2 choices.
Uh-huh. We don't have to make those particular choices today because today's story instead is BOZO'S GLOW GLOBES.
Holy shit!
Man.
The origin story?
Yeah,
Oh my god. Oh my god.
that's right. The origin story.
I can't wait.
Oh boy.
I can't wait. I can't wait to learn Bozo Glow Globes, like mild-mannered beginnings.
They're mild. Very mild. It's basically just a nice English tea.
And then somebody forgets the crumpet. Right? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't need to.
We don't need to do it. Okay.
Have you had crumpets
for no
before,
reason.
though?
Yeah, I had crumpets every day.
I never had a crumpet.
I've never had a crumpet.
I had them in
Damn it.
elementary school for like a British day.
What were they like?
I feel they're really airy. They're not dense at all. Really light and
Like
it's
an
like
English
an English
muffin?
muffin, but with bigger
Boobs.
bigger boobs.
Bigger crumps.
Look at the lungs on it.
Wait, you had a British day?
I'd eat that.
Oh my god. I never had a British day. That's so exciting.
We
All
had a
we had was,
Pioneer
like-
Day where we ate
Yeah,
venison.
Pioneer Day.
I had a Western day in the 2nd grade,
Yeah.
and we ate like beans and rice and stuff.
Wow, you're
No.
school was-
We did other stuff. I bring that up.
Budget cuts.
No, I bring that up because I got like violently sick that
From
night.
beans and rice.
Yeah.
That's the plainest food
You can only eat
have.
saltines. He's a saltine boy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He looks like saltine.
But you scrape the salt off.
Right.
He has to pick each individual.
Well, they have those
salt.
unsalted, saltines.
You
They're
like the
just called
challenge. Oh, God.
Ines.
Inés, yes.
Well,
Very fancy.
all right. I guess back to BOZO'S GLOW GLOBES.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so what's the cover look like?
I'm not telling you yet. They'll have to form a picture in their minds. I didn't make one. Stephanie has to make it later. But also I want to note that anyone who might want to write to BOZO'S GLOW GLOBES at gmail.com, the title of the story will not be spelled the same, so the challenge is still there.
Is it like BAUZAU?
I especially like it because we haven't We haven't outwardly said that the challenge is figuring out the email.
There's lots of underscores involved.
No, maybe not. Maybe not. Who knows?
Did you spell it with Lee?
What?
Like when you use letters or words? I mean,
We use letters and words.
numbers instead of letters.
No. Oh, Leet.
Well, now we know
no,
that.
I did not. And now we know that you guys are the nerds and not me at all.
You already knew what Lee was. Shut up.
I couldn't understand you. Never mind. Shh. Okay. All right, are you guys ready?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so.
I've been ready.
Is
my
leet
God.
in the same words as like hacksaw and prawn?
What?
Is it Stephanie?
I don't know.
No one knows me.
Okay.
Like prawn, like shrimp?
I like
Because I like talking about prawns.
Like porn, except PR0N.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
guess.
I mean,
I
I
don't
thought,
know.
yeah.
I don't know.
I would assume so.
Paul's the other
Okay.
one.
Oh,
He's a computer boy.
thanks.
He knows.
BOI.
Yeah.
Okay. You stare out of the window of your spaceship at the unsuspecting Earth below. You haven't visited in 50 years after being brutally beaten and arrested in the city of Los Angeles that terrible day in your dressing room. Your true nature and purpose was discovered that day, and you were forced to go back from where you came, until now.
He knows.
No reading with me. You can't know ahead of time. Steven's trying to read with me. No.
Steven.
Cheater.
You can't read any options before they
We've
happen.
never-
No rules were explained to me at all.
No, you can't
Yeah, well,
know.
we just
So-
kind of captured you and forced you to do it, so...
Yeah, well, also, we never really assumed that anyone would want to sit by Megan.
You're a trooper.
Fair enough.
Well, he has binoculars and is 12 feet away, but he's still trying. I can see what
Okay.
he's doing. Should I start over? Or
Yes.
here we
Yeah,
go.
we weren't listening at all. None of
Right.
us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had you on mute, actually.
You're like, God, is she still going?
Okay, I'm going to start over. Steven, just,
Okay.
God. All right. Okay, you stare out the window of your spaceship at the unsuspecting Earth below. You haven't visited in 50 years after being brutally beaten and arrested in the city of Los Angeles that terrible day in your dressing room. Your true nature and purpose were discovered that day, and you were forced to go back from where you came, until now. You have aged and gained wisdom, and are more prepared this time to deal with potential threats to your mission. Firstly, you plan on visiting for a very short period, which means you won't have to worry about trivial details in order to blend in, like creating a convincing backstory, having to live in an apartment instead of sleeping in the trees or in a dumpster like you'd want to, or where to hide the bodies as to not get caught. This time, no one will know you, and you won't have to answer to anyone. Just blow through town calmly, get what you need, and escape back out into space before any suspicion is raised. No one bats an eye at a lone clown minding his own business on the streets at night. You also have new weapons that you've developed to aid you to make you almost invincible should any skirmishes arrive. You only need a week or so to gather all the delicious human teeth to last you a century or more, and by the time you need to stock up again, most of those able to remember the confusing massacre will be dead. You make a mental note to secure some more chickens as well, for the ones you originally kept on your ship in the Earth days have all died out except Gladys, who is the 10th generation chicken with slight wing and facial mutations. She's almost at the end of her egg-laying years, and you relish boiled eggs nearly as much as teeth.
Yes.
They're in here.
Yeah, does Stephen, have you discovered our love for eggs for some
Who knows
reason?
about the eggs?
I do have a love for eggs, but I'm
Boiled eggs.
unfamiliar with everyone else's.
Yeah, we need it.
We're all
My
obsessed.
ears are open though. I'd love to hear about the love.
Well, here's some more love for boiled eggs. You get chills thinking about sliding them up and down your poison gullet. They massage those pesky throat polyps wonderfully and release the built-up pressure of the milky poison better than any other object you've tried.
My fucking God, Megan!
And you've certainly tried thousands of objects around the galaxy. You reach into your pouch of teeth, pull out a few choice molars, and toss them into your gaping mouth. The crunch is amazing, and the flavor of the pulp throws you into a state of ecstasy. You roll.
I'm terrified of us.
Yeah. I'm so uncomfortable.
You roll your large, well-veined eyes into your chalk-white face and moan sensually. Your pouch is nearly empty, and you try to calm yourself by going over your plan again before you launch into another rage fit. It took you months after your last outburst to reassemble your control room. Your mother always used to comment on your unusual temper, or at least before you uncontrollably ate her face and organs. As you often do, you conjure the memory of your television show, The Bozo Show. You were the first of more than 100 bozos to grace the airwaves. You were extremely popular, and as it is with many celebrities, you were able to get away with murder, in your case quite literally, for years before you were caught. You grew careless and lazy with your success, and killed too many too quickly. Your lust for teeth was unquenchable, and suspicion grew around you after having to replace writers and crew members multiple times a week. You were discovered by the director, who hid in your dressing room with a walkie-talkie and captured you luring a sound guy into your dressing room with the promises of fine scotch and French cheese, bashing him in the face hard with a whipped cream pie, and immediately pulling teeth from his slack face with your long fingers. Just as you began to consume the teeth, you heard the director say, "Now!" and the remaining crew burst in with net and tasers. The ambush caught you off guard, and they got so far as putting you in a police car, but you were able to escape by shredding the handcuffs with your teeth and using your clown strength to kick out the window. You ran full speed to your hidden ship in the hills. As with a lot of negative news in Hollywood, your story was covered up. You were replaced by another bozo, and the show went on without you. With a sneer, you recall how your replacement probably had to actually wear a wig, paint his face, and wear a full costume to play the part. All you had to do was cap your sharp teeth and fashion contact lenses so you could maintain the appearance of human eyes, instead of the gorgeous, vacuous ink black holes that reside in your face. Those human actors never fully got the grace and beauty of your race quite right. Their portrayals were often rather silly. You smile at the earth below and begin the first stage of your operation by pushing the button to energize the glow globes. They're the weapons you've been perfecting for the last decade or so. They're like your children that all have different terrifying effects that you can use to ensure a smooth harvest. Some stun, some induce sleep, some can wipe minds, some explode, and the list goes on. They're made with radiation, hatred, and a dash of clove. It's time to land and begin. The globes will be ready by the time you get there, and you're itching for some fresh canines. You realize you haven't picked a city to go to. Should you go to your old stomping grounds of Los Angeles, or pick a somewhat less populated area? Perhaps Memphis, Tennessee. You recall seeing a fellow extraterrestrial perform there in the 60s. Went by the name of Elvis. Nice guy. Nice teeth. To go to Los Angeles, go to page 2. To go to Memphis, go to page 3.
I say...
I don't know.
I don't know.
Steven,
I
what
mean,
do you
it
think?
seems like he's been in Los Angeles more recently, since there's old stomping grounds. So maybe it'd be nice to go to Memphis to see what's happened since Elvis.
But then again, you know, the scene in Hollywood rotates more regularly, so they won't know.
Yeah, what if this is Megan's snuff story?
Yeah, like
where like it goes to Memphis and
it's
it
gonna
hunts
end
us.
up in Memphis and kill us.
It seems like it's based on a true story so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Killer Clowns from Outer Space was like Megan's Bible.
Well, I mean, there were hundreds of bozos.
I was also kind of hoping there would be a trial, and then they have like a I can't remember OJ's attorney's name. But just doing like, if a glove doesn't fit, you must acquit with a clown glove.
Oh, Johnny Cochran?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess, you know, well, I don't even know.
Do you guys...
We can't do rock, paper, scissors
I'm
with
willing,
3 people.
I wanted to go with the guest choice on this first one.
All right.
We can go to Memphis.
This time, Steven.
Yes.
This time.
All right. Well,
Stay out of my neighborhood, clown.
I forgot to write a warning again, but you guys know you can always go back, which is a rule. You can always go back.
Wait, what?
I'm just telling Steven that I'm telling Steven that you can go back.
So if a twist is too scary, you can...
Yeah.
Well,
Go back.
if you land on an ending, you can be like, oh, let's choose a, you know how it works, Stephen. No, okay. Okay. All right.
You know this. I've told you about this.
Okay, here we go. Are you reading?
I'm not.
Okay, stop. You're right behind me and you're breathing on me. It's scary. You head to Memphis, Tennessee to play it on the safe side. You can land in Arkansas where no one bats an eye at spacecrafts and sneak into the city through the Mississippi River. After landing, you load your glow globes into your trusty sack and begin the trek. Slick with river water, you creep into a neighborhood and begin. You stand between two houses, one with toys strewn about the porch, and one with a bunch of beer cans and a visible disco ball from the still open blinds. You can see several youths passed out on the inside. Which should you go into? On one hand, children have two sets of teeth, the first a bit soft and sweet, and the second still in the gums, untouched by nature or disease. On the other hand, such youth-filled houses can often hold many rock and roll types who are potentially too inebriated to resist your long, slender fingers. You might not even have to use one of the globes there. To go to the house with the children, turn to page 6. To go into the rock and roll house, go to page 7.
I mean, I feel like I could beat up some children.
Well, at first, whenever you were reading the choices, I was like, kids, I want to go kids. And then you said disco ball, and I was like, wait a minute, I like it shiny.
I'm going with Paul on this one. I think the kids are less dangerous. And
Right.
from
And
what...
two sets of teeth.
Yeah, and for what you made it sound, kids' teeth are delicious and soft.
They are?
Yeah.
Like those dinner mints that melt.
Oh, yes.
Mwah.
I believe they are modeled after children's teeth.
Yeah.
Right.
Paul coming in with the facts, as always.
Well, no, that's why they make a big deal with the tooth fairies, because your parents just really want to eat the teeth, but like they can't tell you that directly because then it's a little weird.
The tooth fairy always strikes right after dinner.
Right.
That's true.
That's when your parents hold you down and give you money.
And do you remember that time that I told you about where I forgot to put it under my pillow and my dad like shook me awake in the middle of the night?
Motherfuckers are down!
Yeah. And he was like haggard and
He
crazed.
crammed his fingers in your mouth, searching.
Right?
Where is it?
King.
It was pretty much just like Batman Begins.
You decide to go after the sweet, buttery children's teeth and look into a window. It's a brightly decorated playroom with toys scattered everywhere, but no children in sight. You're about to leave and look into another window when something catches your eye. They have a version of the grand prize game from your old show set up in the middle of the room. It all comes back to you as you remember countless mind-numbing hours of leading children to throw ping-pong balls into buckets of varying distances. Also, they win some incredibly idiotic toy. You proudly think back to your own childhood, and the games you would play with the other young ones were serious, warlike games. If there was any prize to be won, it was remaining alive and bringing back the eyes of your opponent to consume for dessert and give your polyps a nice massage. But that was back before you were banished for breaking the only rule there seemed to be, destroying your own kin. You're not sure how long you were lost in thought before coming back to reality. You feel despair, but it's quickly replaced by a fiery rage. An overwhelming urge to destroy the game inside comes over you.
Are you a pilot?
Is that a seizure? Yeah. No.
This is your author.
Or it's like that's his like cry before he goes on the hunt.
No, sorry, I had to flip to another page. You can't control your temper and burst into the room, easily tearing the steel buckets with your fangs and smashing the ping pong balls. When you finish, the room is completely destroyed, and you begin to feel better. Realizing the mistake you just made, you stand perfectly still and listen. You feel for your bag of glow globes, but you realize they must have fallen off during your fit. Footsteps are coming in your direction. Should you hide amongst the toys, E.T. style, or get ready for a fight? To hide, turn to page 17. To gear up to brawl, turn to page 18.
Fight.
Fight?
Yeah, fight.
Alright, I'm okay with fight.
Yeah.
let's
Alright.
fight.
I mean, we're here to murder, so.
How well do you
Might
think
as
you
well.
blend in with the toys, though? Is it a bunch of clown toys?
Is it?
I guess it doesn't matter because it's already decided.
It's already decided, Steven.
Well,
Alright.
worst case, we get like a Gulliver's Travels sort of thing.
Tiny things tie you down?
That's where you get small and then really big.
Well, you get small.
I don't know. I haven't read it.
Nobody knows.
Well, I was thinking like if
someone
they're
ties you down.
children and they tie.
Oh, okay.
Remember when Becker was Gulliver? We're right.
What?
Oh, you never watched Becker.
I did not watch
No
Becker.
one.
Oh, Ted Danson?
I watched it.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched Becker. And the blind guy.
See? Both of us. The Stephs. We get it.
Was this before or after he wrote?
I don't
Lucy?
see how this relates to the story at all, but yeah.
Because he was
Becker
Gulliver in
good.
that movie.
Nope.
Moving on!
Okay. You steel yourself and get ready to smash some face and gobble some teeth. The door opens, and a woman steps in. Her face goes from frightened to delighted in a flash. Oh my God, Joe! You did remember my birthday this time! Oh my God, a bozo lookalike! You just come with me straight away, sir! The woman comes toward you and grabs you by the hand, apparently not fazed by the 8-inch fingers. She drags you into the living room, and you reflexively give in to her delight, the past kicking in hard. Eerily, the entire living room is dominated by bozo memorabilia, and you're unsure of how to act. Joe, kids, get out here right now! 2 children bounce into the room, along with a man wearing a costume that looks very similar to yours. The woman does a double take at the man. Joe, why are you dressed like that too? Is this a contest? Is this... She gasps and lowers her voice. Like a 3-way kind of thing. Kids, go back to bed. The children
Get out of here!
The children sulk away obediently. And before things get any weirder, you bring out the stun globe and activate it. The man and woman are frozen, her face displaying a look of lusty delight, and his a literal mask of confusion, as he didn't manage to paint your face expression quite right. You feel sort of nauseated, and decide to back out of this one. Maybe you should have gone to the rock and roll house after all. So that's where you're going. I'm just directing you.
I win.
Like you sometimes.
So that was a dead end.
Not really.
We got to hear that voice that Megan just did.
It was.
Yeah.
It wasn't the
That
end.
spot on Southern accent.
It just led you back to a different place. I was trying to do some of Arthur's things where he just sucks you back sometimes.
Yeah. No, it was well done.
He
Yeah,
sucked you back.
I appreciated it like a fine wine.
Dead end.
Garbage writing.
Next.
All right, well, here's next. Into the rock and roll house you go. The front door is ajar, and you step over a passed-out male that seems to have used your hairstyle as an inspiration. Inside, the floor and couches are covered in young bodies, which are covered sparingly with clothing. The place looks like your ship after one of your rages. Music is blaring so loudly that no one will be able to hear you, you think, so you crouch down to examine the teeth of a thin girl that has incorporated many metals into her face and body. Momentarily fascinated by this, you don't notice a faint rustling behind you. A shredded voice rasps, "Ugh, dope outfit, bro. Is this booze from Eastern Europe or something? It's strong as hell." Panicked, you realize the doomed youth before you is not only a thief, but is a total idiot. He has ruined his teeth for harvesting and consumed one of your globes. You didn't consider this event to be in the realm of possibility and hadn't tested them for this purpose. You think you hear him whisper, "This nasty," faintly, before he begins to morph. Based on the pinkish color around his lips, he has eaten the 12 hours of immobilizing cramps globe.
Oh, God.
He seems anything but immobilized, however. He grows easily 6 feet taller and wider, and resembles something between a shark and a rabbit. He fixes his pink, glowing eyes on you, and with one swipe of a furry fin you are pounded flat. Whipped cream blood surges out of the pile of clown pulp. He reflexively eats your remains along with the rest of the glow globes. He shoots up and up, out and out, until he rips through the atmosphere. He's so large, powerful, and mad that he propels himself off the earth and devours the sun in a single bite.
Oh my god.
It's not until a millennia later that tiny life begins anew in our little corner of the universe, and all because of your lust for bone. The end.
I can't wait to illustrate that shark rabbit.
Man, it's just another sad tale of what a lust for bone will get you.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. So we can't have children? Oh, I guess we have to hide.
Yeah, we could try hiding. Go back and do that.
Were there any other choices that we didn't?
Going to LA.
Oh, that's right. What do you think? Should we go to LA or should we hide instead of fighting them? Boys, weigh in. I'm not talking to myself here.
I kind of think we should try and hide and see if there's any, because like Memphis seems somewhat tidy so far.
Yeah.
So I want to see if hiding leads us anywhere.
I'm gonna wait for those.
I'm down to hide, but I'm still okay. You have so many different globes that have very specific names to what they do. So do the glow globes? Do they just glow?
They all glow, but they do different things.
Oh, okay.
They're glow globes.
So all the globes that you're talking about have been the glow globes.
They're all the glow globes.
Oh, okay. I thought there were different.
We're the glow.
I thought there were different globes going on, and
yeah.
Turns out we were the glow globes the whole time.
Well, that's a twist.
That's heartwarming.
Yeah.
Wait.
Just say wait a bunch more times. That's the rest of the podcast.
So Megan, did you print off your story?
Oh, you can hear that. Yeah, I did because we're both here, and I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about the swishing sounds.
You use like size 72 font though. There's like 400 pages. There's 3 words per page. It's a little nuts. Of course, you're lost.
It'll make it look more impressive whenever she puts it in volume.
Okay. You dive into a pile of dolls and figurines as the footsteps grow nearer. The door opens, spilling light in from the hallway. A female figure steps in, looks around, and angrily exclaims, "Dang it, Joe! The damn raccoons got in through the window again! I told you to close it! I'm not cleaning it up this time!" She slams the door and the footsteps fade away. You emerge from the pile and feel something on your head. It is a blonde costume wig. You angrily flip it off and throw it across the room and begin searching for your globe sack. Luckily, it's right near the window. Just before you're about to creep out into the house to find the children's room, you hear a deafening blast coming from directly outside the window. 2 voices are hurling obscenities and raving wildly about raccoons. A beam of light bounces on and off the window, and you decide to leave without looking for the children. It seems too dangerous for the amount of teeth available in this place to stay. You escape from a window, away from the screaming, wondering where you should go instead, and find yourself to be suddenly weary. You look down at your 2 16-inch feet and wonder if it's even worth it to have such gorgeous appendages if you have no one to share them with. You only got to experience 1 foot union with another from your planet before the banishment. Before you know what's happening, you find yourself gazing into the Mississippi River. As if the moment were rehearsed, you walk in until submerged. The years pass, and no one ever noticed the billowing mass of red caught on the steel leg of the bridge, and even if they had, they would not have been able to know what it was anyway. The end.
Oh my god!
We had a Godzilla ending.
Oh,
okay.
I was thinking more like...
What, The Awakening?
Yes! The Awakening.
Well, you didn't talk about like a bird that's dying like for no reason while we were walking into the water.
Oh my god.
Well, I don't want to straight up plagiarize.
But no, that's the beauty of your story. It works for both.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
So yeah.
I have 1 critique though.
What?
Oh,
When
man.
When the lady thought there were raccoons in her house, I was really looking forward to having raccoons involved in the story.
Yeah, Megan.
Well,
And
we
it
all
didn't
know.
happen.
You suck.
You
All right, well, stay
suck.
tuned next week for whenever Megan does the story over.
Right. I'll put some raccoons in it.
All right, so I guess we're going to LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like it.
All right. Okay.
He's never going to get any teepees, is he?
You head to Los Angeles, and you can safely hide your ship behind the Hollywood sign and throw on the invisibility shield, and you won't look particularly out of place, even in broad daylight here. You hold a bit of a grudge against this town. This is where you are made to feel foolish. No one laughs at Bozo and gets away with it, you think to yourself. You descend your ship with a sack full of glow globes. You wonder if you should focus on a densely populated neighborhood of randoms, or seek out anyone that still might be alive from your show days. Your true goal is supplies, but a dash of revenge might be satisfying. To go to any old neighborhood and start gathering teeth, go to page 4. To look up potentially alive people from your past, go to page 5.
I mean, I kind of want that sweet revenge.
But also, I think it's going to be really sad because they're probably like gross and old and like cancery and stuff. And then if we find randoms, then we'll get those sweet teepees.
Seems like visiting strangers would be not as emotional.
Yeah.
And
We don't want Megan to start sobbing.
Yeah, I will.
so, stranger teeth.
Okay.
All right.
Stranger Teeth. Like,
fine with that.
it's a spin-off.
Yeah.
Okay. You go into the first neighborhood and dart into an alley. There's a bar in your sights, which is a perfect place to begin. People will be slow and weakened already. You might not even have to deploy any of your globes. You walk in through the shiny glass doors and are immediately turned off. You'd forgotten how hideous and wormy humans are, except for their beautiful teeth. You sit down at the bar next to a group of females. If the same standards of beauty apply from your past, they would be considered to be highly prized. You make fierce eye contact immediately. They seem mildly shocked and shift themselves slightly away, but you can tell they're impressed and responding well to your dominant behavior. None of them attempt to speak to you. They're most likely feeling shy. It's difficult to assess their tooth crops if they don't open their mouths, you think, so you try a line that always works. You all would be so much prettier if you smiled.
Oh, God.
The girls all roll their eyes and snarl. Not the reaction you wanted exactly, but it gets the job done. In your horror, you realize their front teeth seem to be too perfect. They're fake! Anger bubbles up inside you. You are all vapid fools, and a colossal waste of my time, you growl. They start
Is
having...
this what's happening every time this happens in the real world?
Yeah.
They're just trying to assess my teepees?
Yeah.
Well, now he's just trying to neg him.
Yeah.
He has a bit of a temper, so... They start howling with laughter as you get up, and you head to the men's bathroom. Does everyone have false teeth? Is it only the women? You burst in and see a man at the urinal. Your temper unchecked. You grab him by the face and shriek, "Let me look at those teeth!" He's too drunk and confused to resist. They're all real, baby. Should you smash him in the face and take his teeth, or use a glow globe to disarm the whole bar and take all the possible real teeth in the vicinity? To take just his teeth, and continue your mission elsewhere, turn to page 10. To globe the whole bar, turn to page 11.
Globe.
But last time we globed, we got
We didn't globe. That guy ate your globe.
I'm just saying.
I mean, it seemed like the bar was full of undesirable teeth.
Yeah.
But that was only 2 girls.
Right, but we got to maximize our real teeth. We know he has real, authentic teeth.
Fine, take his damn teeth. See if I care.
You decide not to waste time with all the possibly fake teeth in this place and knock him out pie smash style. Your fingers curl into his mouth, but before you can extract anything, a large group of dangerously strong men come flooding in. Something is off about them. Their pupils are very dilated and they're extremely sweaty. Faster than you remember humans being able to move, they surround you and snatch your globe sack. "We heard. You've been harassing girls out there, clown boy. We don't take kindly to non-feminist types around here. Get him!"
Is this a good group or a bad group?
There's no way of knowing.
Okay.
It's a matter of perspective, really.
Yeah.
Before you can react, fists and boots rain down upon you. All the world goes black, and the human teeth remain in their sockets. The end.
Maybe we should have globed them.
You should have
I
given
don't
them.
think you said that smugly enough.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was trying to use body language, but then I remembered that Megan and Steven can't see it, so.
Plus, it's a podcast.
They don't need to see.
Wait, what? Thought we were just hanging out. Okay.
So what do you think? Do you want to globe them, or do you want to? What was the other choice?
Well, the other choice was to
Go get
go
revenge.
visit our
Globe.
let's go. Yeah, I'll go with Steven yelling into the distance.
Let's globe. Okay.
Let's globe.
You don't take any chances in this unfamiliar Earth. Maybe you should have done more research before you came back. You hold the stun globe aloft, and it floats gently out of your hand before exploding a lime green light all over the bar. Everyone drops to the floor at once, and you set about your work. You move quickly, overcome by the sudden desire to get the job done and back to the ship. Your tooth sack begins to fill, but not enough. Half of the teeth in this wretched place are fake, and others show signs of disease. You leave the bar before the stun wears off. No one will remember anything. Disappointed with your crop, you wonder where you should go that might yield better results. You recall that Koreatown is densely populated, and might be a good option. You certainly don't see yourself having much luck here. You walk rapidly towards Koreatown, taking care to stay in the shadows. You realize your appearance might be more noticeable there than in the strange streets of Hollywood. Ahead, you spot an immense apartment building and quickly rush over. Once inside, you decide to deploy a globe immediately. Should you use the gentle coma globe, turn to page 14, or the murder globe, turn to page 15?
I mean, how often do you get to use a murder globe?
It seems like that's the safest bet if you're going to collect all the teeth, because I feel like if you do a coma globe, someone might wake up, and you have to fight them.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like you care about people too much.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
All right, murder 'em.
Murder globe.
All right. The murder globe will have to do the trick. You're done playing games now. You grab the purple-black globe and suspend it in the air. But something's wrong. It's spinning the wrong way. Before you can react, it detonates, and only in a 3-foot radius. Before everything fades from your vision, you consider that you should have spent much more time on making Murder Globe, and perhaps forgot to include the part of the mix that doesn't affect your DNA. The end.
So yeah, the coma globe sounds good.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
we don't really need to murder everyone. That's
Like, why would you even want to do that?
I didn't know that included yourself.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
supposed to, as I sort of said.
you did.
We
did
weren't
sort of say that.
listening.
No, I was listening. I'm still I didn't know that
He's upset.
before.
He's hurting himself.
Well, I wasn't. It's fine. I wasn't listening either. I never am.
Okay.
Yeah, she just kind of talks at random
I
intervals.
just stare off and interrupt people as much as possible.
Yeah.
That's my game.
Okay. Okay, so Coma Globe. You consider the Murder Globe, but this building has relatively peaceful vibes, so you pick out the gentle Coma Globe. This will leave all occupants of a half-mile radius in a soft, nice coma for 12 hours or so. It works. You bounce into apartment after apartment, collecting the teeth of young and old alike. Most teeth are in pretty good condition. And as a reward to the people, you stop their bleeding with a cauterizing laser you normally reserve for sealing freshly burst boils.
Aw,
After,
nice.
yeah. After finishing the building, you move to the complex conveniently next door and repeat the process. You even find chickens in a nearby shop. Everything has gone perfectly, and you reach your tooth goal in about 10 hours. Delighted beyond belief, you almost float back to your ship before sunrise and climb aboard with your treasures. It will be many years before you have to return, and you smile your gaping smile and shove in a fistful of teeth during takeoff. What a lovely night that turned out to be. The end.
Oh, yeah, that's the canon ending.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
That's the nice one.
Yeah, I like that. So,
So
do we
wait.
want to get revenge, or do we want to...
Wait, do we not have teeth Like in
You have teeth.
in our mouth?
They're just different teeth because you're an alien.
And
shark
right.
teeth.
I
they're
guess
big
he spent more time on the coma globe than he did the murder globe because it did not put him in a coma.
Nope. He just didn't design
Way
that
to
one
go.
very well.
Maybe he's coma
It
resistant.
seems like he would have spent more time on the murder globe.
I know, but he wanted those
coma.
teeth. He was running out, and he's like a drug addict, Stephen.
Well, and plus, like, when you're making a murder globe, it doesn't really, like, as long as it kills them, you don't have to be that careful. You know, I guess? Just put a bunch of shit in there and it's fine.
Stephanie
Yeah, it's not
understands
really an
making murder
exact
globes
science.
completely.
Yeah.
I got some globes. I got some globe skills over here.
She's on a few
It just
lists.
seemed like every other globe worked
Yeah.
and did what it was supposed to do.
Well,
Yeah.
And the murder globe did not. And it, when you're making the globes, that might be the
Well,
one you spend
okay.
the most time on, so you don't kill yourself.
I don't know. That's a little unfair. The murder globe did murder.
I mean, it worked, yeah, but
It's not the globe's fault, okay? It's Megan's fault. I hate Megan. I hate Megan, right?
it's like I'm back in middle school.
and I'm still upset that there's no globes that just glow.
They all glow, Stephen.
Aren't there any just for decorative purposes? Just
You leave those on the
Hang 'em up.
ship for the
Okay.
chicken. Forgot the chicken's name.
Gladys?
Yeah,
Gladys.
Gladys.
man.
Okay.
Duh.
She's old. I don't know.
Well, you could use them as heating lamps.
Aw, for her little chicklets?
Yeah.
She doesn't have any.
Well,
She's
keep her eggs warm.
do they emit heat?
Stephen. I don't know. I was merely an observer. I didn't get that close.
I'm just a bard telling the tale, okay?
Megan found this story.
This is under a rock
Yeah, in the
in
woods.
the earth.
So do you
Under
want?
some red cloth.
Do you want to go back to the other option? Or are you pretty satisfied?
I mean, I kind of want to hear the
I
story.
want to hear. Yeah, I want to hear how depressing it's going to be.
Okay. All right. You decide to look up anyone who might still be alive from your show days. After walking for quite a while, you notice that the streets seem strangely empty of phone booths. Frustrated, you look around and notice an open window nearby. Creeping softly, you peer into the window to find an old woman asleep in an armchair. More importantly, on the table next to her is a phone, and below a phone book. You easily hoist yourself through the open window and grab the book. The old woman doesn't awaken. Her open mouth is quite inviting, but unfortunately she appears to be toothless, and therefore worthless. You sit on the rug and pet the cat. The cat's always liked you. For a few minutes you flip around the book, growing frustrated, for none of the names you remember seem to be here. Finally, you find the one you can think of. Ah yes, Mary, the makeup girl who worked on the other actors. You never let her touch you, of course. She would have noticed how spongy your skin was. She always irritated you, but as you recall, she had a fabulous smile. Not that it was ever directed your way.
So wait, Megan, is our face like dry spongy or wet spongy?
I guess
Important.
it depends on how full of rage you are at the moment. If you're raging, it's
Okay.
you're wet. You're wet.
Okay.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
You tear out the page with your You tear out the page with her address and begin to move in that direction, leaving the old woman and her cat to sleep. Soon enough her house looms before you, and it's dark inside. Mary must be very old and feeble, and you hope she's retained her teeth. You push open a window and begin to climb inside, only to be met with an alarm, a burning spray to the face, and something hitting you over the head forcefully. You try to reach for a globe, but pass out before you can deploy it. You wake up to discover you're tied up skillfully and feel very weak. I knew you'd be coming back, you sicko, says the voice of an old woman nearby. You killed my boyfriend, and almost everyone I knew back then. I was so young, and my life was going great, but you ruined it all with your whatever the hell you were doing. I wasn't even allowed to talk to anyone about it, or I'd get fired. I never got to get married or do anything I really wanted because of you. I've been waiting for this for a long time, and I'm very pleased to get this crap over with so I can finally relax. You'll notice you've been tranquilized. Feeling tired? That's good. Oh, are your ropes too tight? Here, let me loosen them! A stream of fire is shot directly at you, and you can feel it starting to melt your pale flesh. Just before you pass out from the smoke, you realize angrily that it is the end.
Yeah!
Nice.
Yeah.
That's depressing as hell.
Yeah. Yeah!
No, she got her revenge.
That's right. You didn't get any old ladies this time.
Nope.
Well, in another arc you did, but not not this particular arc.
Wow.
I think that's it.
amazing.
We went through all of it.
I love it.
Yeah, that was great.
I can't wait. I don't know what I'm going to choose. I guess everyone will know by the time it's out, but I don't. What I choose to illustrate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I was like, we just did the choices, Stephanie.
This is the end, Stephanie.
Stephanie
I can't
blacked
wait
out.
to choose.
I was in a fugue state. What's going on? All right, write your next one for next week.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you think we'll ever get more adventures of Bozo?
I don't know.
I was picturing the clown from It more than I was
Oh, me
Bozo
too.
the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, it sort of looks like that.
You think all clowns look the same? Now that is racist.
Yeah, that's really offensive.
Don't out me right now.
It's really ignorant.
But clowns have done a lot to try and, get what's theirs.
Yeah, Megan.
I'm
I don't know what
sorry.
he's talking about, but I'm into it. And I agree. United front.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Steven has to go at me with the corn cob holders later for punishment.
Oh my god.
Upper torso.
For what?
Upper torso only.
Well, it'll be
Thank
like
you.
that weird beauty thing people are doing now.
Yeah.
Where they just like scar up their face real bad.
I
and
like
the
it.
next day looks great.
I want
just
that.
can't-
I don't
yeah.
know why that happens.
Whoa,
I
I just
do.
can't leave marks below the waist because she doesn't wear pants anymore.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to wear pants anymore.
Yeah. That's interesting. A good life choice, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Save a lot on pants.
It's true.
That's for sure.
More than you think. I mean, what, you got 70 years left? You go through
85
maybe
million
one
pairs.
pair of pants a year or something.
We have different
So,
pennies.
I don't know. You got yourself a down payment on a house if you don't wear pants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You just have to, that house can't be near a school or a playground.
True.
Right.
Yeah.
Just wear a long shirt.
And you're also a clown, I guess, at the time. So it's
Yeah, kids like that.
If you wear long,
Yeah, it's
long shirt,
it's it's a dueling dichotomy here. You've got because you attract the children, but you shouldn't.
exactly.
well, if you're just wearing long shirt and you're attracting children, if you just don a wizard cap, they will not come around. They know. If it's a black one. Ooh. No one wants any of that.
That's the trick.
Yeah, I remember being taught that.
Yep.
Like, oh, he's wearing a black hat. Don't.
Is
no.
it? Wait, what color was his hat?
That's why the Monopoly Man was always so scary.
You were scared of him?
I was
Oh, I was
attracted.
terrified of him as a child.
Stephanie, were you attracted to him also? Because I was.
No,
Oh,
I just thought he was kindly.
that's wrong.
So when you wear a monocle, does that mean you have bad vision and just one eye?
Just
I
means you're
do.
stylish.
Okay.
I guess I should wear a monocle. Not
Well,
because
I mean-
I'm stylish, but because I have one bad eye.
Yeah, I was going to say, a lot of people wear glasses. They have to have different grades or gradients or whatever they're
Well,
called.
if one of your eyes is perfect, like Mr. Monopoly, whatever is, then he only needs one.
Or was it that Mr. Monopoly lost his eye in World War I or something?
He didn't have
He
an
had
eye
a-
patch.
he had a monocle.
A monocle.
Isn't it?
I know, but I always imagine
A monocle
this
does
other eye
not help you
squint-
see if you don't have an eye.
No, I was imagining the other eye was squinted shut.
Or was it a glass eye, so he didn't
Wait.
need the other lens?
Could a monocle potentially magnify the absence of an eye, therefore keeping children away from you also?
And we cracked it.
Got it.
Yep.
That's why Mr. Monopoly is scary.
Yes.
Mr. Monopoly.
I don't know his name.
It's Uncle Pennybags, right?
I guess.
I think it is.
That sounds.
I think it's
close
Uncle
to right.
Pennybags.
It might not be
look.
uncle.
We'll just find out. Everyone, leave lots of comments below nothing to us and
Well, I mean,
shout into the
if he-
ether what the answer is.
I guess it depends on your relationship to him, because he is your uncle, but he's not my uncle, so he's just
He's your uncle. Shut up.
well. Oh. Like Uncle Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Uncle Sam and Uncle Pennybags.
Money bags? I don't know. Guys, I don't know. Okay.
Pennyworth. What a good episode.
Yeah. Thank you for writing us another story, Megan.
Yeah, and thank you for
Thank you.
being here to experience it at us, Stephen.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for
this
just
madness.
talking to me.
Yeah, anytime.
Oh, and I
Really?
mentioned to you that I had
Yeah.
someone write in to BOZO'S GLOW GLOBES at gmail.com.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
And guess who it was?
Bogo says segment. Was it Bozo?
No.
Was it Gladys?
No. In fact, it was Andy from Google who was wondering if I had any new devices. What does that mean? What do you mean, Andy?
He wants the globes.
Yeah, he wants to know what glow globes you're working on.
Oh, I thought he was
You got anything
maybe
new for us?
talking about like sexual devices, and I was like, none of your business, Andy.
You could have sexual glow globes. I don't know.
Maybe
What
I'll
would they do?
do that next.
Never thought about that, Andy.
Thanks for the tip,
Maybe
Andy.
I do.
You're gonna email him back?
Yeah.
Yes, email him really explicit, like, diagrams and stuff for your
Yeah.
new sexual glow globe.
Well, he did email me the same question twice, so he's like really into it, you know.
Oh my god. Andy.
It's pretty persistent.
All right.
All right. Well, if you have any questions for us
Or comments, or glow
Or
globes.
comments.
Glow globe ideas.
well, glow globe ideas go to
BOZO'S GLOW GLOBES at gmail.com.
You
Guess
can
how
just,
it's
you can
spelled.
just go to that.
Go to it.
Yes. For podcast-related questions or comments, you can email us at strangepathspodcast@gmail.com.
Or you can tweet weird stuff to us at Strange Paths Pod on Twitter.
But not as weird as BOZO'S GLOW GLOBES at gmail.
Yeah.
That's for me.
Just weird, like not uncomfortable weird.
Yeah, that's for me.
Just regular weird.
Check me out at Steven's Globes on
No.
LinkedIn.
Stevie Baby
Yeah.
Globe House.
They-
Is that it?
Yeah,
It's only
they don't-
it's only adult globes.
Yeah,
right?
they don't glow, but they make you glow. Whew.
Dang.
Well, I'm going to go turn off our internet, I suppose. And
Yeah, I gotta put the parental controls on Paul's computer real quick.
I need to go on LinkedIn first, real quick, though.
And I also need to.
Paul, I think I've sent you about 30 invites now in the past month, so
thank
just check
goodness.
your email.
Okay, thank you. I'll do it at work.
He doesn't want me to get to him.
Right.
All right,
Okay,
well.
thanks for listening.
Bye.
bye.
Bye.